imprisonment and death of John the Baptist, trial and crucifixion of the Lord Jesus Christ. While the Roman procurator Pilate governed in Jerusalem, Herod Antipas, the son of Herod the Great, reigned in Galilee under the title of Tetrarch. It was this prince who, on being reproved by the prophet John the Baptist for an unlawful marriage with his brother's wife, first threw his faithful monitor into prison, and afterwards through the arts of the wicked Herodias was persuaded to put him to death. About 2 years after the perpetration of this crime, occurred at Jerusalem that awful event on which hung the eternal destinies of a world. Before the tribunal of Pontius Pilate appeared the future judge of all mankind. Accused by his own people of perverting the nation and forbidding to give tribute to Caesar, the incarnate Son of God stood a prisoner in the presence of the Roman procurator. Upon the details of the awful scenes that followed, it is not the province of this history to dwell. There was a struggle in the mind of Pilate, who was convinced of the innocence of the accused. Unwilling to condemn the guiltless prisoner, he was yet reluctant to oppose himself to the fanatical fury of the Jews who clamoured for the blood of their victim. An argument was at length brought forward by the wily Jews, which added to Pilate's fear of offending the people the yet stronger dread of drawing upon himself the wrath of the Emperor of Rome. "If thou let this man go," they cried, "thou art not Caesar's friend. Whosoever maketh himself a king speaketh against Caesar." Overcome by that fear of man which bringeth a snare, the procurator at length gave the fatal command which consigned the spotless Jesus to the terrible death of crucifixion. And then was consummated that awful sacrifice which had been determined on in the councils of the Almighty before the foundation of the world. Rejected by his own people, betrayed by an apostle, delivered up by the cowardice of his judge to the malice of his merciless foes, the Lord Jesus, for us men and for our salvation, poured out his life's blood on the altar of the cross.